Hi, I'm Ray Grijalva, and this is The Joy of the Faith. In this video, we're talking about Star Wars, The Last Jedi, which was released 5 days ago. It's received mixed reviews, and while I'm no expert, I thought it was pretty good. Something I really enjoyed about it was that it had humor. This is going to be a spoiler alert, but one of my favorite parts was when Luke showed up, and Kylo Ren was like, alright, let's get him. So for like a solid minute straight, they're just shooting right at him. He's got like this red cloud of smoke all around him, and they're like, you think we got him? Sure enough, the cloud goes away, and Luke's still there. Moments like that and other things really softened up the mood and didn't make it so serious the whole time, you know? Something else I really enjoyed, and I'm sure everyone else did, was Yoda. I mean, any Star Wars movie gets so much better when Yoda shows up, right? So that was really cool. And then I really liked the character of Rey. I think she was amazing, and it's pretty cool. My name's R-A-Y, she's R-E-Y, you know? But I thought she did an amazing job. I really liked that development. Something I didn't like too much was that there wasn't enough action. I thought it was kind of like slow at times, and then some of it was a little too predictable. But I thought it set up really well for the next movie. So why am I making a video on this? You know, why is the Joy of the Faith got a video on Star Wars? You know, I think in a lot of movies, it's like, what can we get out of it? What can we apply to our lives if we're Christian or if we're not, you know? And I think there's several things. One of the things that I don't know if everyone caught, you know, for those Christians out there, you probably did. Snoke said to Kylo Ren when he came, he said, well done, my good and faithful apprentice. Kind of like Matthew 25:23, well done, my good and faithful servant. So I think they were kind of alluding to that. So that was something that I was like, oh my gosh, you know, Bible senses tingling or something like that, you know. One of the things that I think they honed in on really well in this movie was the concept of like no one is ever lost. Here Luke was, the whole thing that led to Kylo Ren was that he was afraid. He thought he'd failed him. He thought he couldn't overcome this. He thought that Kylo's future was set. But no, Rey the whole time was like, no, there's hope, there's hope, there's hope. And I think that's so true in the Christian life. You know, some of us out there are probably like, gosh, I am such a horrible sinner, right? Or, you know, say we're not Christian, gosh, I'm such a bad person. No one would ever love me, right? It's like, no, we can always turn around. We can always grow. You know, with God's grace and growing ourselves in virtue, we can do amazing things. I mean, look at what Kylo Ren did. He killed Snoke, right? That was a big deal. Here he was. Snoke thought he was in his head and everything like that, and he just kills him right there. You know, I was kind of happy at that point because I was like, man, this guy's ugly anyway, you know? And then they go and fight together. But the craziest thing was that even though she had that hope, sometimes it doesn't always work out. You know, we can be hopeful as Christians, but things aren't always going to work out. Just like then, you know, it's just them two. They can restart anew. But Kylo Ren chooses the dark side, right? He chooses, no, I'm going to take that power. I want to continue this. And she's like, no, there's lives. I don't want you to kill those lives, right? But he's like, no, let's just kill him and start anew. We'll join forces together. And then if anyone comes up, we'll squash them, you know, like barbaric, you know. And that barbaric nature was exactly what Rey was trying to fight against. Because she saw the value in life. Earlier in the movie, she confronted Kylo Ren and said, how could you kill your father? She knew she couldn't join forces with that because it was fueled by anger and rage and revenge. And how often do we have that in our own lives, right? But we can overcome that by our choices. Luke said it so well when he was talking to Kylo Ren. He said, I'll always be in your memory, just like your father. Because those that hold those grudges, it takes so much effort. You know, it's always in their mind. When you make that choice to love instead of to hate, you can do such great things. So I think that's the greatest thing with the Force and all. We can choose to do good or we can choose to do bad. We can choose to love or we can choose to hate and hold grudges, right? But look what happens. Look where the weakness is. The weakness is in the dark side. The weakness is in holding those grudges. Because in letting go of them, we can truly love and be the men and women we're made to be. We can truly turn our lives around, right? We can receive God's grace through the sacraments and other things and be the men and women we were destined to be. Be the men and women we want to be, deep down. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. I'll be making more videos on movies in the future. Have a wonderful day, and God love you.